All right, I've been talking about this for a while, but I now have in my hand a fully functional Nintendo Switch Lite OLED. I put this screen in myself. Here's the proof. Here's the old one right here. There's a live stream actually up you can watch to see me do the entire thing, but I've had a lot of questions. I've been talking about doing this for a while. Lots of questions about how difficult this is to do. So today I'm gonna try to help you figure out if this is something that you can do yourself or not. I'm gonna just let you know now, it is not as hard as I thought it was, but it definitely wasn't easy. What's up guys, welcome back or welcome in for the first time. Do me a favor, jump down in the description of this video. There's a bunch of stuff down there. Link to the podcast is down there. Link to the Discord is down there. And before we jump into this, I have to tell you about today's sponsor, the ELO Vagabond Gaming Controller. This thing literally has it all. Not only does it have Hall effect sticks and clicky buttons, it works with iOS and Android, and it goes wide enough to where you can put an iPad mini in there. It's super comfortable, very easy to use. So if you're someone who was thinking about picking up a PlayStation Portal, but you also want to be able to play your Xbox Cloud games, this is the way to do both. Fits just about any phone you've got, and it's got programmable buttons on the back. So as long as you have a smartphone, this is all you need to game anywhere you want. I'm gonna have a link down in the description and in the pinned comment of this video where you can check this thing out, where you can pick it up. I highly recommend this thing. Make sure you click that link down there right after you're done watching this video. All right, so let's get into what this is. You know, you may be somebody who's watching this to see if this is something you want to do, or you may be somebody watching this who has no idea what any of this is. So if you go over to the website I'm gonna have linked below, it is retroremake.co. They sell several kits. One of them is the Super 5 OLED. Now you can get that in several different models. You can get it in the Super 5 OLED Touch Standard, or you can get it in the kit that comes with the Super 5 HDMI, which is going to be a conversion that makes this dockable. I did not do that to this yet, and I'm gonna explain why in a minute, but this one only has the OLED screen. As you can see here, it is touch screen, and it looks a little bright there. I'm gonna show you guys better shots of what this looks like, because first off, before we even get into what this comes with and the whole process, I do wanna just say that the OLED panel itself is absolutely beautiful. This is a very, very nice OLED panel. It is much brighter than the one that's even in the Switch OLED that Nintendo puts out. It's really hard to see on screen. I'm gonna try to do some comparison shots, but it's very difficult to see on screen. There's another thing that's pretty cool about this. It's in the OLED. You can actually do this. You can change kind of the saturation of the screen. This one is on the more saturated mode. Let me turn it down a little bit actually so you can, okay, so you can see, it's a very, very nice looking OLED screen. I think it does look a lot better than the OLED screen that you get on the full-size OLED. Obviously, it looks a ton better than the screen that's in the Switch Lite, but everything works just like it did before I changed this screen. So you're not sacrificing anything unless you do go with the Super 5 OLED standard kit. You can get it in a touch kit, and you can get it with no touch, so it just depends on what you want to do. It's basically just hooking up one extra ribbon cable that deals with the touch. So the difference in price is $55 for the non-touch and $70 for the touch. So if you want it to be basically what it was when you pulled it out of the box just with an OLED screen, $70. And in my opinion, that's a pretty fair price, especially for the quality that you're getting here. Now, my original plan was to get the HDMI upgrade as well, but there has been some problems with that kit, and I don't even think you can get them still now. And I wanted to make this video. They're working on that. I know the HDMI thing has been an issue. I did get an email that said that they are gonna put the HDMI thing out as its own little thing later. So I'm gonna come back to the HDMI part. I'm still gonna make this dockable later on, but right now they didn't have the kits available to do that, and I really wanted to get this going, so I just did the screen. Now, another thing I did while I was in there, I did take out the original sticks and I put in the TMR Hall effect sticks. They sell some of these on their site. All right, so the sticks that were actually sent to me that I put in here are from a company called Handheld DIY. These are TMR Tunnel Magnetic Resistance Hall effect sticks. So these are like the next gen Hall effect sticks. I will say this, I have used the ones from Gully Kit out of the box, put in the Switch. they don't feel the greatest. These feel just like the regular sticks that come with the Nintendo Switch Lite. I can't tell a difference. You do have to obviously calibrate them once you put them in, but once you do, they're perfect, and you don't have to worry about drift. So we've got two pretty major upgrades on this thing already. I am gonna have a link down below where you can check out these specific sticks. I do wanna thank them for sending these over. It's been a long time. They sent these a long time ago when I first decided I was gonna do this video. So really appreciate them being patient with me, trying to get these in here. They do work great though. I like them a lot. I know Jeeb has also said he had a pair of the Gully Kit ones. They just don't feel right. They don't feel, it's hard to explain. They just don't feel right. These feel great. They feel just like the regular ones. I can't even tell a difference. You know, I don't pick it up and immediately know that I've switched the sticks out. So I do really like those, but let's get into this kit. I do want to show you something. It comes with a lot of stuff. It comes with tools. This kit comes with everything you need to make this mod happen. It even comes with this little container so you can put all your screws and different ones. This saved me. This is the first time I think I've ever put anything back together electronically where I didn't have any extra screws. Well, that's not true. I did have one extra screw, but that's because we replaced this with one that has a big cutout. So one of the screw holes was actually missing. So it was a screw hole that was supposed to be left open. I was supposed to have one screw left over. I did. So that worked out great having that. I did make a few mistakes where I forgot to put the plus and minus buttons back in. So I did have to go back a little bit just to get those back in. Not too far. I noticed it pretty early in what I was doing. But as far as taking this thing apart and getting things out of it, if you watch the video and you just take it step by step, it's really not that difficult to get apart. The only thing that I was really worried about, and it does come with a very nice suction cup to help you out, I was really worried about getting this screen out. But as you can see, I got it out with really no issue. All the adhesive came out with it. I just basically put this that comes with it, this little suction cup, very nice suction cup by the way. I put this on there. I used a hairdryer for maybe 30 seconds, just keeping it moving, and it came right up. It was very easy to do. I thought that was gonna be one of the more difficult parts, and really, I guess it still was, but it was much easier than I thought it was gonna be. It came right off. So tear down, not really a big deal. The parts that you really have to watch are, especially if you're doing the touch, is this right here. This entire piece over here on the side is where basically everything happens. This is the biggest point of failure from what I was gathering in the video. This is what you have to watch, because you have to kind of slide this up into the little casing and make sure you're not bending it too much, because this is what makes all the touch work. If you don't have this set up right, it's not gonna work. So as long as you're really careful with that and you don't bend it too much, like you just can't bend it backwards. You can move it into place, you know, you can kind of just give it a little bit of a nudge back. That's the part where you're gonna have to be really careful. That is the thing, that's the thing that he made the biggest deal about in the video, so watch out for that. Everything else that comes, you know, with it, there's multiple of. There's another little cable here that connects the battery. There's another piece here that kind of just does the rest of the stuff that you needed to do. It's gonna be all your connections. And there's another one of these. This comes pre-installed. This is another one just in case something happens and it breaks. So if you do something, you know, a little too rough, or you get something pinched and you break something, you've got a second chance with most of it. The only thing you don't have a second chance with is this right here. If you break this on the screen, the touch isn't gonna work. There's a lot of stuff that's not gonna work. But as I said, this does have two different modes. It's got the more contrasty mode, and you can turn that down with these two little buttons here. So you do have to take the back off to be able to change the contrast. I understand why. That's not in the Switch Lite menu. It's in the OLED menu. It's not in the Switch Lite menu. So you need a way to do it. That's how you do it. So check that before you shut the back and see which one you like better. I put mine on the high contrast. I'm probably gonna open it up when I do the mod for the HDMI. I'm probably gonna take it back down. It's not that big of a deal, but it is a little too much with the high contrast mode. So this kit also comes with all like the guitar picks and the little things you're gonna need to move things around, get things hooked up. It's got basically everything you need. It does have this too, which I did not use. It has a screen protector. For $70, you're getting literally everything you need to do this. The only thing I had to bring down here that I needed extra was a hairdryer. And if you're changing the shell, then you don't have to worry about it at all. You don't even have to worry about getting it out of there, which is another thing they offer. You can get the Super OLED Touch Mega Kit. That does come with its own black shell. There are a few different things actually that come with this. You get new buttons, new shell. This kit does come with Hall Effect sticks, so that's very cool. It's gonna have the custom shield plate that you need, everything else. So you can actually do that if you want. You can just get a new shell. Obviously, I wanted to get this one because it's the Zelda Switch. I was worried about messing this one up, but I mean, you can see here too, even the color matching they did for the bezel around the screen just looks so good. Everything about this just looks so good. I was afraid there was gonna be some kind of like jankiness and all this. There's really not. I mean, if I didn't tell you that I did this myself, you would not be able to tell. Everything works exactly how it's supposed to. It's a really, really nice kit. Now, as far as if you can do this or not, here's what I would say. If you've ever taken a Joy-Con apart, I think this is something you can probably do. If you have successfully taken a Joy-Con apart, maybe switched the shells out or switched out a stick and put it back together, I think you can handle this. This is probably the next step up from that. There are several different things that could fail, which I will talk about the rest of those in 1 minute. But if you are confident enough to do that, I think you can do this. There are a few points you just have to be careful. It's really when you're hooking things back up. I know this one is actually a place you're gonna wanna be careful. This is a place you're gonna wanna be careful. But for the most part, as long as you watch that video and do what he says, he has pretty clear instructions about what to do, what not to do, and where the points of failure are. If you pay attention to that, make sure you take your time. I think this is probably something that anybody can do. It comes with everything you need. So as long as you are making sure that all of your connections are the way they are supposed to be, and he shows you little tiny things in the video that could make your connections not work, which I did have. I did test everything before I put it all together. It all worked. Then when I put it all together and did the final fit, I turned it back around, turned it on, and it didn't work. But I did go back to the part of the video where he does troubleshoot, and I did exactly what he did, found the problem, fixed it, absolutely no problems now. So as long as you're willing to put in the time and do it right, I think really anybody can do this. I don't think it's a crazy mod to do. There's no soldering. You don't have to worry about you know, taking little pieces off of a board and soldering them on a new one or soldering in new parts. You know, the only thing you gotta do is really just put this little extender in to kind of make the battery go to a different place. Other than that, it's fairly easy. I'm really, really happy with the way it turned out. I love the way it looks. I love that I actually have a Switch Lite OLED because I've been wanting a Switch Lite OLED for a long time. I tried to will it into existence. I hope Nintendo would make their own. They didn't. I have one now. I'm super excited about it. Can't wait to make this dockable as well. I'm gonna make sure that I do a video on that and a live stream. I'm gonna link the live stream and another video right here if you wanna watch that or this other video. But that's gonna do it for this one, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave a like. Make sure you have subscribed. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. But we will see you in the next one, guys. Later.